Hey guys, this is Melissa from BaseLang.com, and today we're going to talk about Spanish articles.
Presented by BaseLang.com. Unlimited Spanish tutoring for $100 a month.
How do you say the and a in Spanish? It's not as simple as it is in English, where everything you say, plural or not, is just the. But I'm going to explain this later. Let's start with the. When do we use the? Well, in Spanish and in English is used in a very similar ways. The only difference is that in Spanish it's used more frequently or in situations that you wouldn't in English. For example, when you say o'clock, at 4 o'clock, in Spanish we say a las 4, which in a very bad translation will be in English at the 4 o'clock. This is a definite article, which means that we use it in particular situations. But now, how do we use this? If we have a masculine noun and is singular, we say el. If we have a masculine noun and is plural, we say los. If it is feminine and plural, we say las, but if it is feminine and singular, we say la. Now some examples. Carro. Carro is a masculine noun and it's singular, so el carro. If we add an s at the end, now it's plural and we say los carros. Mesa. This is feminine and this is singular, so la mesa. And if we add an s at the end, las mesas, because this is plural. Now let's see a and n in Spanish. These are indefinite articles. Why? Because we're not talking about a particular thing. So, how do we express this in Spanish? If the noun is masculine and singular, we say un. If it's masculine and plural, unos. If it's feminine and singular, una. And if it's feminine and plural, unas. Now let's see some examples. Carro. Carro, as we see before, it's singular and masculine, so un carro. If we make it plural, it will be unos carros. Now, mesa. Mesa is feminine and singular, so una mesa. And if we make it plural, unas mesas. Okay, here are some tips. Usually, when a word ends in a or that, it's feminine. If the word ends in o or something different than that, it's masculine. But of course, there are some exceptions. You don't have to know all the exceptions because it's not that important, and this is like the basics of Spanish. But since we're in this lesson, I'm going to tell you anyway. Okay, so what are these exceptions? If the noun begins with a accentuated, or ha, even if the word is feminine, we're going to use a masculine article. But if we're going to say this in plural, we're going to use a feminine article. For example, agua. Agua is a feminine word, but the article in singular is going to be el agua. But in plural, it's going to be las aguas. Because if we say la agua, it's going to sound very weird. It's, for example, like in English, if you say a apple, you say an apple. Otherwise, it sounds too strange. Remember, guys, these exceptions are not that important, so you don't have to be perfect about it. If you want to practice this topic even more, and you want to practice this with a real person, just share this video publicly on Facebook and tag the BaseLang Facebook page, and we're going to give you a 30-minute free class.